Hello everyone, and welcome to my health and behavior channel. In this third video of my series on how to stay healthy during the COVID-19 pandemic, I will focus on the psychological effects of the pandemic on us, and I will offer recommendations to help you cope with this event. It is important to realize that our mental health attitudes to confront this health and economic crisis will determine our success or failure in solving these problems. Ironically, since the pandemic originated in China, the character of the letter of the Chinese alphabet describing the word crisis is a pictogram that consists of two elements, disruption and opportunity. But before entering the recommendations, I want to explain how our minds work and how they react when faced with unexpected events of this type. First, we react with denial and disbelief. Then, with a state of shock in which we refuse to process what does not conform to the logic of our daily lives. And finally, our minds do not take illogical situations well, or in other words, circumstances which make no sense, are disturbing, and make us suffer. So, in situations like this, we react by producing various outlandish explanations to explain the unexplainable. These explanations range from conspiracy theories to odd religious explanations. Therefore, the first two steps in resolving a crisis of this kind are: number one, acceptance of what is, and number two, stop the blaming game. We have to accept that this global event has taken place and that is no one's fault in particular. It's here and it's here to stay. Viruses often mutate and jump from animal species to humans. We may not like this reality of nature, but every now and then pandemics happen. This is not the result of anyone's ill will or evil intentions or the wrath of God. The same apply to the restrictive measures imposed by the authorities on us. They are not capricious. These science-based measures they are forced to impose, often in spite of themselves, are justified to ensure the survival of society as a whole, even if they affect us individually in a negative way. In a situation like this, we all have to face our feelings of grief and loss. This pandemic has caused immense suffering to millions of people. It's natural that so much suffering has generated reactions of grief and loss in many of us. We have all lost something in a short period of time as a result of this crisis. For many, it has been the loss of their most precious things. Thousands have lost their lives, and many more the lives of those they love. Even more, counted in the millions, have lost their livelihoods. There are people who have lost not only their loved ones, but also the possibility of being by their side, whether in a hospital bed, in the funeral service, or in the nursing home while they struggle with the disease and while they died. Many more around in the United States and around the world face now hunger, disease, unemployment, and poverty. But what is more, we all have lost fewer tangible things, but much more significant ones. We have all been deprived of our personal freedoms, and all of this by a virus that is so small that it's not even visible with the most powerful of optical microscopes. Therefore, these new realities produce a cocktail of negative emotions in all of us. They are sadness, hurt, anger, and frustration. Yes, we are sad for what we lost, and we feel sore about everything they've taken from us. These feelings are found all together and lead us to reactions of anger and frustration. Yes, we are angry and we ask ourselves, why? Why now? Why me? Why is this happening to us? Why my family, my people, my state, and my country? We are angry and frustrated as a result of this world situation. Today, we are afraid of contagion, disease, social unrest, and death. We have reached the point of distrust of the other in general. The virus has effectively managed to turn us all into obsessive compulsives and functional paranoiacs. This fear is mixed with anxiety caused by the uncertainty of not knowing, and nothing feeds anxiety more than uncertainty, not knowing what comes next. And this is exactly what can be said about this historic moment. These are extremely uncertain times. No one knows for sure when or how this is going to end, or how long it will take for the world to return to normalcy, or if we will ever return to normal as we knew it. So, what can we do to avoid these feelings of hopelessness, helplessness, and depression? Here are my recommendations. Number one, drop your denial and accept what is. Number two, keep in mind that everything changes. This too shall pass. Science has the tools to solve this, and it will solve it. There is hope for the future. Number three, change your priorities today. We are living a different reality now, and not only for you personally, but for everyone on the planet. The number one priority today is to survive. Stay alive and healthy. Everything else must be secondary. Number four, this is a serious crisis. In a crisis situation, the best chance of surviving is to live like Rambo. Live day by day and minute by minute. You have to stay focused on the present moment and on what you need to do next. But remember to enjoy the simple, small things in everyday life as you go through the journey that is your life with the pandemic and all. Number five, the word worry is synonymous with preoccupation. Change preoccupation into occupation. Remember that the best antidote to worry is action. Make a list of what needs to be done, focusing on short-term goals, and do what you can right now. Number six, live wisely. Life is the most important and precious treasure you have. Money can be recovered, while life cannot. Learn to tolerate and live with frustration. That is the stuff life is made of from birth to death. Number seven, when life hands you a lemon, make yourself a lemonade. Learn to see positives even in the worst of situations. Even in the darkest hours, such as this pandemic, there are some positive side effects that can be found if you're looking. Number eight, accept that change is inevitable. Change is the very essence of existence. This event has already changed us in radical ways and will continue to do so in unexpected ways. But human beings have an extraordinary ability to adapt to the most diverse circumstances, and it is possible to adjust to the situation as well. That's why we are great survivors. Number nine, reconsider your priorities and your values. This is a great opportunity to think what really matters in your life. And finally, number 10, take this opportunity to change your life in the direction of total health in its three dimensions: physical, mental, and spiritual. Drop your bad habits and self-destructive addictions for good. Trust your body's ability to heal, and realize that most of us are going to survive this. And if you want to go further than average, use this crisis to think about a change in your professional career. Take a different path that makes real sense to you. Now you have the option to use this crisis either as a disturbing catastrophe or as an opportunity for change in your life to move in the right direction. You can transform this experience into a springboard for growth to a new, fuller, and more exciting life. A new man and a new woman can emerge from the ashes of the COVID-19 pandemic. That opportunity is just around the corner. Don't lose it. And remember, put your safety and the one of those you love first. Thank you very much for your attention. If you found this information helpful, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you wish, and help us in the fight against COVID-19 by sharing this video with your loved ones and as many people as possible. Hope to see you in my next video that will deal with how to fight COVID from a psychiatric standpoint with medications.